Hey guys,
Hello.
welcome to our stream. I hope everyone's here. Yeah, we have to do this first. Hey guys, so you recognize us. Good to see you all, ladies and gentlemen. We have something.
The longest distance is Aloha.
Aloha, yeah, Mr. Kozak.
Mr. Kozak, aloha.
To Hawaii.
Hello again. Here, so John, Oliver, Guido, Eduard, Ola, Rotterdam is there.
Yeah.
Max, Frederick.
Memories come up. Yeah, that's true, Richie. That's true. It's like it's different, right? It's the same, but it's different.
Yeah.
And it's better.
Yeah. Bad. We did it the last time.
Better than we've done enough bad. In
Greetings
the
to Essen.
Greetings. Yeah, greetings.
So hello guys, we're here in a very nice moment. We will talk about our new baby, MentyX. We will talk about the history. We will talk about what happened then, and we hope you love it as much as we do.
Yeah. So maybe a little first word in advance. So it has never been our intention to spoiler that much, but it has been quite a journey to get to where we are right now. And I think most of you are not aware of what we will show you right now, and we think it's a first in Magic. I mean, like we know it's a first in Magic in that way, especially with everything that MentyX can do. So we will guide you through everything, and just so the first word in advance is, please stick to the end, because it's not of watch time, because otherwise you will miss something that will blow your mind. I promise you. You guys will love that. This is at least my favorite feature out of all those features.
Yeah.
And you're not aware yet what MentyX is, right?
And we go for a big thank you to all our friends. They supported us in this kind of project.
Yeah.
So greetings go out to all of them. And I will start with some couple of names. They helped us a lot, like Shamir, Rotem,
Dan White.
Dan White. Dan White is a special person. We come to this a little bit later.
Yeah.
Also to Mark Kestein, also to Mark Lemon. We say thank you to all of them. They keep the secret and give us some help and some advice and some also to Audience Wonderland. Big thank you to Sam, to Marc Sueper, Shamir, Jonathan Levitt from The Stranger Nexus. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And
maybe let me real quick start with the first word, and then we don't
do
wanna
whatever
let
you
you
want.
guys wait.
I'm so nervous.
It has been a long time, right? Maybe you shouldn't drink that then. So maybe we start from the beginning real quick. So where all this started is like in the beginning of this year. I started with DV Magic after I've been working with other Magic companies in the past.
Yeah.
And I wanted to
Let's talk about this.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that right now. But then I decided to bring out my own effects, and early or in the late last year, I started to be building apps as well. So
and this,
TNT.
TNT.
This is TNT Coasters. You can find all the information about that on the store, dvmagic.com. Not just like a little bit of shameless plug here at the moment, but this is my baby. This is my real baby. The whole store is from my heart, and everything we build is meant to be something for professionals. So at least stuff that works in the real world, not just for professionals, but you can, if we sell something, you can be sure that it's reliable. So that is what my main goal and my aim is with everything we build. So we've built a few apps in the past, like Numerous, Inputter, and stuff like this. And from there, it evolved into other apps and stuff. So it came to the point where on one day.
Yeah, I first.
You want to do the start?
Yeah. Okay. The first thing is, say, Mark, I'm working. Most of you know when I'm working, I use a lot of NFC tags and all the stuff, and I use like everyone like the NFC tools and all this. What you get on the market, like not Magic stuff, and I was so pissed because it was crashing. My links was disappearing. Say, Mark, can you build me an app? Only where I can collect my stuff, can very easy put my NFC tag on top, and that's it.
Right.
And that's so NFC Arcane was born.
Exactly.
I'm happy. I tell you, you can do whatever you want. I'm happy because now I have everything collected, This is the journey. This was starting the journey. You did a great job on this, and you will work on that because more ideas.
Yeah, we have more ideas. So, but it's we really quick show you NFC Arcane is just like a really quick overview because it makes sense later on with MentyX. So it's not like, as I said, it's not for watch time. I just want to share that with you. So have a real quick look at what NFC Arcane is. I should be appearing here.
Yeah,
Let's
that
see.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? It should be there already.
Look at
But let's
this.
see. Okay, so you see NFC Arcane here. It's basically, as Philo said, it's like an app that you can store all your URLs in from all the integrations. Because always the pain was like you have a million things, and with more apps there come more URLs, and everything is.
And this
like
is
chaos,
basically
right?
this is very, very simple to use. And the cool thing is, I have my NFC tags in my pocket. So, and when I walk from table to table, I have to change something. I go in the NFC Arcane, I choose the right one, and I pass my phone. I get the vibration. I know my NFC
written.
tag in the pocket is written.
Yeah.
So this is, and I did sometimes I did in front of the audience because it works.
It works,
It's
yeah,
like.
right.
So I will happy when you have a fake home screen.
Yeah, we will build that in.
Thank
That-
you.
That's something I definitely want to work on, but I was like a
Yay.
bit busy with the other stuff that will come to.
You know, this
right?
is the next story because then.
Yeah, one more thing is
Okay.
like just a quick overview. You can have all your URLs stored in here. You get icons with that when you put them in.
It looks really cool.
So just keep in mind that works together with what we show you in a bit. Okay, so just so you know and you're aware about that.
Yeah.
So okay, that's all about NFC Arcane. And I think it's time to start to talk about. Nobody can see it yet, but we're now going to what you all
Yeah, so
have been waiting for. right?
I'm so a very good friend of mine. His name, maybe you know him. This guy, Dan White.
Oh, this guy. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
joking.
I almost forgot.
Dan and myself, we are like friends for years right now. We make a lot of brainstorming, working a lot of times together. Like he helped me, I help him. Like we're good friends. And then there was this kind of discussion, and we have also discussions internal in this circle with Inject, Google Peaks, and all this stuff. And then Dan comes up and say, "Look, Philo, do you have the same experience on events that people sometimes more and more go on ChatGPT?" And I say, "Yeah, absolutely." So then Dan says, "Do you think we can create a ChatGPT peak?" So that means you have the same thing like the Google Peak, but with ChatGPT. And so only on a spectator's phone, a fake website, and then the spectators search for something, get a real answer, and we get our peak on our peak devices, whatever. So, and I say, "Oh, interesting. What you can do?" And I say, "Look, I really want to." He said, "Can you ask Shamir?" And I know Shamir is so great, and he worked for Momo.
Great guy. I love.
Thank you, Shamir, for everything.
Greetings, God, if you're watching this, maybe.
He did the development for Momo for our unlocking app, What is Underground. He did the Lumen stuff, Hydra, Iceberg, and a lot of stuff. And I know he's full of work. So I say, no, you know what? It's much better when I ask Marc because we're living like very close. We're in the same time zone. And I want to bring him in this project because I think he is the man he's the brain. So without him, nothing works.
With all of us.
I called him and I say, "Man, I have this kind of idea, what I want to share with Dan." And we make direct a call. And the first thing was only the peak, like the Google peak, the ChatGPT peak. So, and then that was done in a day, 2 days.
Yeah, maybe a day.
So
I was starting with the early prototype of this because I've already worked on something similar in the past. I have started to play around with this idea.
Yeah.
Not in that direction directly, but we'll come to that later. But yeah, it was quite fast that this was done.
And then we figured out this okay, a peak is nice, easy, cool.
But there's so much
And
more
now-
potential.
And then we have it comes one idea to the other. We have Dan White on a call with Kevin Hamden, and there's like popping ideas what you can do. And this is what we want to show. What we want to show you in a second, like everything what we did. But actually, MentyX is the first real ChatGPT app.
ChatGPT app.
What
and
is
you can
legal
see it
on the App Store.
here. That's what MentyX looks like. So basically, it's ChatGPT, but it's not ChatGPT.
Yeah, it is ChatGPT. You can use it. The thing is, when we work on MentyX, and I work privately on ChatGPT, sometimes accidentally I used MentyX, and there was no difference because the only difference is the 4. We will explain this 4.
Yeah, it's like you can't really select different versions of ChatGPT, but that's just minor stuff.
But when you ask when you ask here something like,
yeah, so you can work correctly exactly the same way as if you would use the regular ChatGPT, because it is the regular ChatGPT connection. But guys, trust me when I'm saying you or when I'm telling you, you will be blown away by what this can do. So maybe let's start first with a little overview of what it is.
let's start with the beginning, like the peak.
Yeah. So what it is as well is we have MentyX is the app, and we have a fake ChatGPT website
as well,
right? Where you can do everything what we will show you in a bit, the same thing and the same way on the spectator's phone.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. So you can use your ChatGPT app on your phone to make revelations, forcings, and whatever. But also you can do this on any spectator's phone,
Right.
Over the website.
Let's sorry to interrupt you, but maybe let's start with what it basically is. Basically, so the very first idea of what we have here, and to make it really basic, but trust me, you want to go and you want to hear the details later on, and especially the control feature. What it is you can make ChatGPT the magician or the mentalist.
Yes.
But in so many different ways and in such incredible ways that you can use it for stage, you can use it as a close-up show, in your close-up shows, you can use it in stage, parlor shows, whatever it is, right? So you can, you have the option to change the way ChatGPT replies to you in a way like you can tell it you are a funny mentalist or you're a funny magician, act as such. You can change its whole behavior and there will be funny responses coming out to that, right? So the main function for you to understand is we have different connections in this app. So let's say you use Lumen or Goo or Inject or Momo or like other apps that we have here, and we tell you which connections are available in a second. Your spectator writes something down on Lumen. Let's go for this way, right? Okay. So your spectator writes something down on Lumen, and then you ask ChatGPT, "Hey ChatGPT, what is my spectator thinking
Or what is, actually you can say his name, what is Robert thinking of?"
Yeah, like this. And then ChatGPT will reply with the results and give you the answer as if it was the magician. So it knows everything. But the funny thing and the cool thing about it is you can go in a full conversation with ChatGPT beforehand and make it seem like it is the real
And after.
And after, and all the time. And on your command, whenever you want, you can set it up to answer the question correctly.
You are in full control when the revelation happens and on which way the revelation happens. So Dan White gives us, because in English is not our native language, but
Right.
Dan gives us a very, very, very good prompt. So that calls a prompt, where actually the spectator writes the word, let's say Las Vegas, and then the ChatGPT reveal is he explained like a little bit about
what it can do, explains the revelation. It's not just like, oh, your spectator is thinking of Las Vegas, but it's saying something like, oh, the bright lights and the city streets and dazzling whatever, right? People are going there to be entertained and stuff like that.
And the cool thing here is with MentyX, you can actually, this is your imagination. So you can create your prompts, whatever you want. You have to play around what works best for you, how long the answer is, how short the answer is, and it's all the time different. This is the cool thing.
Right.
So we tried like 2 times Peter Pan.
And it's always a different.
And it was like, yeah, he makes he stays in the prompt, but it's always a different answer.
Mm-hmm.
What is absolutely great.
Yeah. And I tell you guys, there are so many variations and ideas that we had when we were brainstorming, especially also with Kevin and stuff. Kevin had many good ideas for a stage show and stuff like this, that you can build everything up to the great reveal in the end of the show. So you let different spectators write something down. One on Lumen, for example. The other one is searching on Google with Inject or with Goo or whatever it is, right? Then all the informations are stored, and on your command, you create with the confabulation mode that we have the finale of your show, and ChatGPT will read out loud a story with all those words that your different spectators have inputted.
And create a story. I wrote in my confabulation prompt, tell me a story about a holiday dream or something like that, only to test. And it works so great. And Kevin comes up today with a great new idea.
Yeah.
And he immediately, I was in the car on the way here, we have a call. He said, look, I want to do this forcing stuff. And so let's think about that. A spectator can write a number down on a board. The reason is write a number down between 1 and 100 and give it to the spectator, to the next one. He reads the number and then you ask ChatGPT, can you create a list of 100 drinks? And ChatGPT will give you a list of 100 drinks, but on 24, let's say 24, this is your forcing item. So this is and this on the spectator's phone. I think this is like it's really really cool.
Yeah, and it's not just limited to that. So your imagination is the limit with that. So you can tell basically ChatGPT to reply with whatever you want. So see it this way: ChatGPT will be your stooge in that way.
Yeah.
Your stooge and also your helper. We have also figured right before the stream. We figured out another idea of a way we could use that in revealing the information without the spectator knowing and stuff like this. So this is basically what we have here, okay?
Yeah.
So real quick to show you that, guys, we have for right now we have different inputs here.
And when you put the real ChatGPT next to this, we can show the difference, right?
Yeah, sure.
So can you make the top camera? So
Of course.
if you see.
You see, it is obviously a bit different, but the honesty is nobody really knows the exact difference, especially when you have it on your phone. And there are older versions out there as well. So when you go back to the main chat, you see it's almost identical, right? Yeah. So I've put a lot of work in to make that happen. So it's the most identical as it possibly could get. But of course, in the future, there will be changes that ChatGPT makes. And so we always have to figure out what changes we have to do to make it similar, right? But just to go through real quick so you know what integrations are in there right now for the moment, right? So we have inputter and everything. By the way, if you're asking yourself why there are project names here, this is just to cover the inputs. So everything you see here underneath the projects is basically a button. So everything that you see here, like inputs, if I turn it on, you see a white dot, and now it would be activated from the integration.
Yeah,
okay?
but we have more. We have different. You have to watch the tutorial. This is very important when you get it. We have different activate modes.
We talk about that.
Talk about later, yeah.
Yeah, we talk about that after we shown that. So basically, for the moment, we have Inputter, which is one of my apps. Then we have Lumen, of course, with a great
Lumen LED light.
Lumen LED light. So it's covered in case you have to open the sidebar to activate something, which is never necessary because you also can use a remote and stuff like this. And there are other ways to trigger everything. But just so you know, it's covered here, so you could open the sidebar and activate your integrations, right?
Google.
Yeah, so we have Google Irrelevant, which is Goo. Then we have
Momo Dynamic.
We have Unified Word, Unify from Illuminati.
Code
Magic.
Inject Bug is Inject.
Of course. Brand new Nexus integration is in there from Jonathan Levitt. So thank you for that, which is also a bit like the confabulation mode. So for every one of you guys who has Nexus from Jonathan, you will be able to input all your information during your process there, and then send everything over, and later on make the reveals of like a playing card.
Yeah.
But you could also do that within a conversation. Not everything has to be revealed at the same time, which makes it even more powerful. So let's say you have gather information of a birth date and a playing card or whatever it is, right? You send everything over from Nexus to our app, and then it's stored in the API. And whenever you want, you make ChatGPT reply with the correct name. So when you ask it for a playing card, it's only replying with a playing card. If you're asking for the color of your spectator's eyes, it's only replying for that. So that was the main goal, so that we have many possibilities and many ways to input the data into the app. So this is just like a really, really, really great thing. So
we will give you a shortly demonstration here.
Yeah, we will demonstrate that. Right, of course. And then, as I said, we have the confabulation mode, which is the one where you can get all the information and do a big end reveal to your show, which also totally works for close-up as well. So this is always the good thing. So Philo and I, we do both. We do closed-up shows and we do stage shows. And I always want stuff that's reliable wherever I am, especially in close-up. So I don't know how many of you guys are doing actively close-up magic, but you know how important it is to be reset instantly. I mean, like really instantly, because when you're ready at one table, you have already another crowd behind you asking you, "Oh, magician, come over, I want to see something." And like in the way of turning over, you have to be reset, right? We all had that happen when we have been at a gig. So that's my main goal, to be everything and make everything as reliable as possible and as easy to reset and really a good workflow, so you don't have to think about it, so you can perform.
Yeah.
That's really important. Okay, so then we have the Now You See Me function, which is basically we show
peek.
you. Yeah, the peek function. You open the spectator's phone, which looks exactly the same way like the website from.
This is what we
ChatGPT.
show you in a second
Yep.
first.
And then whatever the spectator is typing in there, that was the basic first idea from Dan White, where all this started, right? So you type something in, whatever the spectator is writing in the chat field and sending to ChatGPT will then automatically be sent to you, and you can also connect like Peaksmith, you can Prism, all the Lumen stuff, which from where you can get the peek directly. You also get a notification on the device, so you can see what question that was or what the spectator has written. And that's the main thing.
But the good thing here is when you use an peak device, and we recommend the Lumen product here as well, Prism,
100%.
Spectra, or the Lumen Eye, actually you never have to open the ChatGPT app. So because you go with your fake page on the spectator's phone, they start to search something, and it goes to our server and goes directly immediately on your peak device. So then you have basically like a Google Peak, but on ChatGPT, what is like? Well, I think it's more coming and more coming.
It is the future. I mean, I think we can all agree to a certain extent that ChatGPT will be the future. I don't know if anyone missed that. So at least from my side, I would bet on that ChatGPT will, or like AI in general, is like changing the world within the next few years.
Yeah.
So we're at a point right now where it's necessary to facilitate the ChatGPT stuff at all. Because more and more, I don't know how many times you have had that happen. In the earlier days, it was like, oh, when your spectator was asking, so, oh, how did that work? I'm trying to figure that out on YouTube or on Google.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, okay, you can do that. Maybe you find something, maybe not, right? And now it is, oh, I just asked ChatGPT. And damn it, guys, ChatGPT can be accurate with that. Which is a big problem and a topic for another stream maybe as well. But what would be, and you haven't even seen the greatest feature of all times, guys. This will blow your mind, I promise you.
Yeah.
With everything you can, when you work with ChatGPT, I think it's an actual thing that people really use at the moment, but not as many people. Especially, I don't know if that's different in other countries. In Germany, the Germans are really critical to all the new stuff and everything. So we have and
go for it.
And everyone is really scared about this privacy and stuff, right?
Like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. More or less like that. And so not many people use it in the way that they put in all the information and stuff like this. So it's still a new topic for a lot of people in Germany. But it's actually a thing to use it, right? And for that way, we thought like maybe that, not maybe, but 100% this will be the future also in Magic. And also with more and more tools coming up that bring you more AI integrations, we thought why not making an app that just is connected to ChatGPT, but it can also be your helper in any way and make the most funny conversations with respect to the most funny
really
videos.
quick before we show you something, we are working already on outputs as well. So let's say input is Lumen, and then the output it goes to ChatGPT. He creates the story or whatever, and it sends to Hydra or to Glyphs or to Scribe or to whatever. So the outputs are coming as well. But now we want to show you the peak.
Yeah, but one more thing, real quick. So the biggest thing is for me right now, so this is a brand new project, and with all the possibilities that opened up for us, and with all the other guys that had even more ideas than we had, there are a lot of features already on the list for the next updates. So we're working for more inputs, like a manual input will be coming very soon, a fake screen, a fake home screen will be coming, and it will all make sense why, and for different input versions and stuff like this. And if you want to use the remote, but every day, I'm not even kidding you guys, every day we have at least 3 to 4, I mean like really good new ideas.
I give him all the time pressure on the app clip, like that we have also the method that we have an app clip, so we have a fake website, we have a fake app on the spectator's phone, and we have our app. So this is for me, and then it's okay. But I will give you more.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to look in it, but we want to release it first, and then we have time to working on new stuff.
Right.
So let's go for the peak.
Okay, but you have to share your phone.
I let my phone off, like I don't need it.
And then do it, because you have connected it with your NFC card at the moment.
Yeah, but actually I want to show here. how it looks like. I can.
Yeah, sure.
You are so the
Yeah,
technology here is
technology,
great.
so much technology here. So
This is crazy.
So bear with us, guys. One thing, little
Where
disclaimer,
is it?
real quick. Yeah, wait, I turn it on right. Just a little disclaimer before we go into that. We have a million remotes laying here. We have a million phones laying around here. So we have confused ourselves with everything.
Yeah.
Just so you bear in mind with us, and
You're-
you bear that in mind. Can you start sharing? Is that okay? Can I switch
Yeah,
over?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So there we go. That's Philo's phone at the moment.
So I go for my.
Oh, we switch over to here, right? So you can see both phones.
Yeah. So
Have you turned on the peak?
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't need it, but
okay,
but I
even
want
better.
to show it. This is always when I on this in this mode, right?
Yeah, this is for sharing. We have problems with the NFC function when the screen is shared.
Yeah. No, it's here.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
and
that let's start with that maybe real quick. This is the website. This is the fake ChatGPT website where you can send your spectator to. It also has different functions that we're not going into in a YouTube stream at the moment, but there will be a lot of functions that benefit you as the magician with the page. So you can have a look at the website, at the real website, and it's almost identical. So yeah, so you know about it, right?
my phone turns off automatically. I have no idea why that happens. Yeah. Okay. So and now they can basically they can.
They can
put-
write something. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So I'm asking it. You have 26 here, right? iOS
yeah.
26, which is a really pain, guys. Don't install iOS 26
Yeah.
already.
This is my developer phone, so that's okay.
How many? Let's do. People live in Paris. Let's do it this way. Okay. So that would be the most boring idea that you can bring your spectators with the whole app, right?
Send it.
So I'm sending it over, and it just so you know, it will really do the regular ChatGPT reply, right? So just so you know.
But if you know, if you see on my peak devices.
Yep, you don't have to turn it this way.
Okay.
When you have a look at the peak device, you get the exact same peak with the question that was written in there from the spectator.
And
right?
I get it here as well. So on the device itself, and I get it as well. Oh, there's a lot of stuff what you can't see. Oh, shit, I deleted it.
Yeah, but we get the notification as well on the
Yeah.
app with what was written down. But we recommend you using external things and external features for that because it's more handy to do that, right? So just so you know, in that way, your spectator would be becoming the real answer that ChatGPT would reply. And then you could go into a reveal. When your spectator then had written something down on Lumen, like a city, for example, you then ask it, hey, ChatGPT, can you help me with something?
Yeah.
And then it replies, of course, I can do that.
Look quick on the chat questions. This is exciting. Never seen before. Now you're
chat turns off.
okay. Will this work in different languages? Victor, greetings to I think Mexico, right?
They said that, yeah.
Yeah. This we ask our developer this. Mark, this is a question. What comes up? Is this working in Spanish?
And that's the good thing, Victor. It works in every language.
Because it's ChatGPT.
ChatGPT does everything for you. So at the moment, it's the only thing that is not translated yet is that there are small bubbles upon the chat window in the app itself. I have not customized this yet to every language available.
Because he's lazy.
Yeah, because I'm lazy. That's correct. No, but it will work with every language, with everything. It's just like international, and you don't even have to worry about it. So we have a system prompt that you can tell with every request that you send to the API, the ChatGPT API. You can tell it exactly if you want that. Only reply in Chinese, for example, or I don't even know if it's allowed in China to use ChatGPT, but you get the point, right? So you can tell it only reply in Spanish, and it will always only reply in that language. And also, which is even better, let's say you use the version of the spectator on the spectator's phone, and your spectator doesn't even speak your language. You could still do that magic effect with them, because it's not just what the spectator is asking for, but also the damn reveal. I'm sorry that I'm swearing here. It's not my thing, but I'm so excited about it, guys. But also the reveal will be translated. So we did that when I was testing the Nexus integration the other day, and I was sending over a playing card from Nexus. And as you guys know, we are living in Germany here, and German is the main language here. So it was sent over from Nexus 4 of spades, but the reveal was made, if I would translate that right now, in German, du denkst an die Pik 4, which is German, you're thinking of the the 4 of spades.
The cool thing right now here is, this is on the spectator's phone. Now you get your peak over here. And whenever I want, let's say we wrote something here on the Lumen board, I can reveal it on the spectator's phone. So let me do this for a short moment.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, then I will write something.
Yeah.
I drop it on the floor.
Don't throw it on the floor.
I'm so happy. Okay, we go for. Okay, I go for this.
Okay.
Wait on my.
Okay, yeah, you have to wait a few seconds for the hand recognition and stuff like this. We don't need to go too much into the details of.
Now it's
all
there,
the other
and now I will activate basically on the spectator's phone the. You can ask something different between.
And what should I ask it first?
Ask
Give me
for
your remote back. The keyboard.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Ask something. No idea.
Hi, how are you?
So
Let's do it this way.
you can do a normal conversation here on this point.
Right. So then you will get a reply. Not that we would care about how ChatGPT is
Okay.
feeling.
And now
I'm here and ready to help. How can I assist you today?
and I get it here. How are you? I get all my peaks. I get it as well.
Yeah.
But now I will activate it. I will activate Lumen, what is basically number 2.
Right.
And
The
I
remote.
make with a remote.
And Philo is now, so you guys know, we have a remote connection that you can trigger all the integrations with, but it's getting also better than that.
Yeah.
We have a remote integration. We talk about that in a bit.
Yeah. But now it's activated. We show you this later why it works and how it works.
Right.
But it doesn't matter which question right now he wrote on the spectator's phone. The answer will be what I wrote in the Lumen.
What is
Philo thinking of?
Philo thinking of? Question mark. And you could also use the text the voice recognition to put in the text. That would also work. Yeah. Yeah. Voice input on the keyboard works. I just do it here because we have problems when we share the screen with that sometimes. So that's the reason why I typed it in. But it totally works with the voice input as well. So you send it over, and then it brings up. See, you have to watch this right now. Philo, you are envisioning a place where vibrant lights never fade, where entertainment dazzles every corner, and where fortunes can change in just a spin of a wheel. You are thinking of the glamorous Las Vegas.
That's true.
And now imagine this, guys. Just let that sink in for a second. Imagine this. You build all that up with a story like, hey, guys, who has used ChatGPT before? Oh, a few people. Who of you guys think that AI will take over the world and maybe will kill a lot of jobs? And I'm pretty sure a few people are afraid of that, right?
Yeah.
And then you go into how far do you think does ChatGPT know about yourself? And what do you think, how many details it knows already about us? And then you go into a regular conversation, like make it vague and make it a funny entertainment thing. And then you say, you know what? What's even better? You think of a city, right?
Yeah.
So let's ask ChatGPT. Neither you nor me can know. Only you know what city that is. Not me knows it, but and ChatGPT doesn't know it as well, right?
And at this point, you can write in the prompt that ChatGPT it goes in the wrong direction, but in the end, he will try to make a cold reading on your spectators. I think he's a beautiful guy. I think I can feel he looks great. So I think he thinks of a city. So you have to test your prompts. We will give you something on the hand, some easy ones, some working ones. But the cool thing is you can play around and it's crazy. And you have to think how it works is, let's say you want to introduce your best friend to magic, what he has to do. So you explain everything. Marc, please, don't tell the answer yet. Try to go around the 3 different things. Right. Please stay under 50 words. Stay like a little bit friendly. So you give the direction. So every user from MentyX has a different style of performance.
Absolutely. So, and no performance will look the same. And I read this. I'm assuming we don't need remote in order to trigger the response.
No, you don't need.
We come to that. We talk about that right now when we're back in the app. Okay, give me 2 more minutes and we're there. Because I think we have a really good way to do that, which is even better than the remote. I love the remote thing. There's also another thing when we talk about that. real quick. But I think we have a really good way. You will like this as well. But let's bring that to an end real quick.
Yeah.
So you now could go into a regular conversation again with ChatGPT. And then whenever you want, if you still have the remote in your hand and you have something else fed into the to our API already, then you ask, what is Peter thinking about? You doing a button press on the remote, the information is sent over whenever you want.
So the remote is on the spectator's phone a very, very cool way. You don't need it because we have covered everything.
Yeah.
But you will see later in the end of the stream.
And guys, just one really important thing to mention here. This is the spectator's phone.
Yeah.
Don't even forget about that.
Yeah,
right?
this is the spectator's phone.
This is the spectator's
And
phone.
he can't find anything. So this is the cool thing is now when they search for something, you will always get the information. So you're still on this kind of system that you're connected. So
yeah. And that makes it even more impossible. I personally think that's not absolutely necessary or required to do that. But it's a really good convincer, especially if you have a person that doesn't even ever have any experience with ChatGPT. Then you know they also don't have the app on their phone. So then you open up the website on their phone, and then you're ready to go.
I think the address in the address bar looks great. So
we spend a lot of time researching the URL to get this working and stuff like this. So I think it can get closer than this to the real ChatGPT's website at the moment. Bear in mind. I need to say this once real quick because maybe sometimes people are a bit afraid. Oh, there's like a tiny little detail on the website looking different. It's the same thing on the Google Peak websites. They change all the time. They change it all the time.
Yeah.
They change different things. Look at Google today and look at Google tomorrow. Look at one phone on Google. Look at another phone.
Yeah.
Everything looks different. So don't be scared about that at all.
And that's why a little tip of my side when I use a Google Peak or in the past, I'm always borrow a phone from a spectator, and he goes on the real Google page. He gives me the phone because I say, is it okay when he uses your phone? Mm-hmm. Then I install my Goo or whatever, give it to the spectator because this spectator don't know the settings of the spectator, and they don't look really closely. So this is the way I install something on the phone, and feel comfortable that this guy never looked close enough because every phone is different.
Right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
So let's go to the chat.
Yeah, let's go to the chat real quick.
How disconnect their phone? Easy?
That's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
The website will work as the regular ChatGPT. That's it. So if you leave it on their phone, I mean, like because of the URL, you would not want to do this, right? But after a certain time, like 14 to 20 minutes, it depends on the server time. The connection loses its connection for the website, and as soon as something happens on the website, it will be redirected to the original
real one.
ChatGPT.
So you don't have any headaches here.
Yeah.
That's why I think people they know us, they know me from the past projects. We are worker, so we creating something what is like workable, and I hate stuff what is too complex. MentyX is complex when you see it the first time, but when you get it, it's not so hard. You don't have to do a lot of stuff.
Right.
You have to give good instructions and watch the tutorials.
And it might seem a lot what you can do with it right now, but trust me, it's pretty easy when you get used to the workflow.
Yeah.
So you have to put in a different prompt for every integration and stuff like this. But it's just like it's easy to remember.
Maybe you can build up a panic button here where you press long and it redirects.
Yeah.
Maybe
actually, I'm thinking about like as I did with Inputter that I'm building in a redirect button where you can then in worst case redirect the spectators. Oh, we have a fly in here, so that's
fine. Okay, let's jump.
But where you can redirect the spectator then directly to the original ChatGPT just to be safe in case something happens. Because we all had that happen. You never know, right? When you're dealing with a spectator's phone, maybe they want it back or something like this and you're out of control. I like being in control as much as possible. There is, of course, always a little bit of a risk on the spectator's phone, right? So when you work with that kind of magic effects, we all know that, okay? So just to keep that in mind. As I said, you could use it as the regular ChatGPT, and that's for now, because there's a lot more coming, guys. That's for now about the website. Do you want to share the screen for the app, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're switching to the other phone right now. Let me go back here first. Yeah. So you get also the website with the app. as well. So when you purchase the app, you definitely also get the the website access as well. One more thing, that you guys know why we were talking about the NFC Arcane beforehand. The website URL is basically the thing why we did that, because I had to figure out a way to not put the fake ChatGPT URL in an app that is reviewed by Apple. So I wanted to avoid this. So for that reason, we have something in here. I can show you. No, I don't show you that right now, but with all our apps in the future, I changed something. I will add a button that says NFC Arcane, and as soon as you click that in the app, your personal URL will automatically be stored in NFC Arcane. So you have it ready there all the time.
And also he worked also already with Jonathan to do this, so
Right.
there's many other creators.
Right.
So
Because
I have no
of
idea
the-
why my display goes only like and it turns off. I have to check
Okay, you
this.
want to show? You ready?
Yeah, I'm
Have
ready.
we
I'm
shared?
ready.
Okay.
So now we are
No, it's
on.
not there.
It's not there.
It's not there. You have to.
What I have to do?
You have to share it. I don't know.
I'm-
You have to share it again. Oh, it has to switch. Let me see. I have to disconnect this one first. Oh, that's the thing. Sorry,
you can't-
sorry, guys. That's
here
too
we are.
too much going on.
here we
too
are.
many phones.
All right. So this is my phone actually, and now we show you. Basically a very simple way to.
Oh yeah, maybe shall we go into the remote real quick before we do that? Or what do you want to
No,
do?
I want to do. No, I want to show the other way. How you can trigger.
Yeah. Okay. Then let's go into this.
Hi, chat. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I thought we do the remote first, real quick.
I don't care. You can do.
Okay, we do it real quick. We do the remote thing because it's not a big thing. So for now, just so you guys know, and that's for a reason. We only support the Thumper V2 by Illuminati Magic.
This one
And that is for a reason. You will see that with the MentyX control function.
in the final.
Yeah. And also another thing is, because this is brand new, guys, have a look at this here real quick. This is a pen. Yeah. This is a sharp head, as it says. But it's not just that, but it is also a remote.
It's crazy.
That works exactly the same way as the Thumper
Yeah.
V2 does. And this is invaluable. Imagine how you can play around with that on stage. You're just holding a pen and you're making all your inputs from here, without the spectator
it's
noticing anything.
It's crazy.
Anything at all.
It's crazy.
You don't have to do any inputs.
crazy.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's
right?
crazy.
So we highly recommend that. I really love the Thumper. I use it for many years.
Yeah, this one is. I think this is the best remote on the market. To be honest,
If you haven't seen
the
it,
buttons are very, very good. You can press the buttons through your trousers.
yeah, through the
It's-
pens, and you always see that. That's a really good thing and a really important thing, I think. So you're always aware of that. So what you do to trigger the information for the app would only be a long press on one button. You remember just what integration is added to what button. So it's hard coded, so you cannot change it. You have to get used to this for once. But let's say Lumen is always integration number 2 for right now. You do a long press on button 2. Everything is set up, and you haven't even seen anything happen. You know, your spectator can have the ChatGPT website open, and you're just sitting there with a pen, playing with a pen, which is, I mean, like, how more organic can it get in that point, right? And then from here you trigger everything, which is just a good thing, right?
I got it.
So
I got it.
Yeah, Sharpie is massive. It's
got it.
absolutely true. Yeah, but also to go back Toscano to you, I'm thinking about a way. Maybe we build something in there. When you want to disconnect and you're still on the phone, just refresh the page and you will automatically be you can then be redirected. We give you instructions on that on the tutorial. So just so you know. But I personally also like a feature where you can later on then control to redirect them. So that's all about the remote for now.
Okay, so now I'm in my chat here and I asked already, hi ChatGPT, so hello, how can I assist you today? And now I will trigger my Lumen. So
And watch this. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just do it. And you guys try to spot how it happens, okay? I have my hands up. Philo has nothing. I mean, he has his hand in his pocket, but there's nothing happening here, okay? So watch this.
I have to speak with... Can you help me?
Done. And we're now set up.
Wait. And now, of course, what do you need? Can you tell me what is Paul thinking of?
And there we go.
Yeah.
Paul, I'm sensing a connection to something that embodies elegance and sophistication. It's often seen as a symbol of serenity and tranquility, with soothing qualities that make it stand out. When paired with other elements, its presence brings a sense of balance and harmony to the room. You are thinking of calming paintbrush. There you go.
That's crazy. So the thing is, I'm thinking right now, let's go for the prompt and say, make first a compliment on the spectator.
Yeah.
Like he looks great or whatever, and then goes for this review. We will try this in a second. So it's very, very fun to play with. So we see here, any plan to support Nexus?
Yeah, wait, let's.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, we can do
No,
that.
wait. The buttons are great. Is in the signal bars? No.
No. So we tell you in a second. Make us. So let's get a guess from every one of you how the prompt has been sent up, and how we could get this to be set up, and then we tell you in a second. In the meanwhile, I reply real quick to the Nexus remote. Yes, I have spoken to Matthew Wilson, and with Jonathan, I'm in contact with Jonathan all the time, and we are working on making the Nexus integration happen. But it's at the moment lacking one feature and missing one feature that we need to make it work. But trust me, we will make that happen. Give us a bit of time. I'm working on that. But it's not that we will make that open so you can use it with every remote. I don't want this to happen because that only causes confusion in the app, and it's getting harder to remember and stuff like this, and it causes more issues on the app, okay? Just be aware, we're working on that, okay? So it's like a two-person mentalism act. It's not just a two-person mentalism act. You can do this for a whole stage and for a whole crowd. Imagine this to be the end of a show. This can be the end of a show because you can also make it read out. So you can hold it to the microphone and let it be spoken out, okay?
I want to try something else.
Yeah, Phil does something. So, okay, I tell you right now how we did that.
No, we do it again on another. I do it again, but this time I go for this one.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So this time I use goo, and I go again here and say, hi. So.
Okay, this is just a regular conversation.
Okay. And then I have a question. What is in the mind of Marc?
And now you're already set up again.
We can read it.
Yeah, I don't want to read through all of this, but we have Dallas Cowboys. That was obviously what was searched for.
Yeah, it was here on
Google.
Google search was.
Yeah, we can
Dallas,
show you
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Here we are.
That was what was searched for, and it's really easy, guys, and you will love this. It's simply and easy.
One word.
A trigger word. Yeah. So you can set up every integration with a different trigger word, and however you phrase the sentence, and if it contains your trigger word, you can also make more trigger words. You can just make one.
For example, I had in the first one where we go for the lumen, I have the word help, and then I say to take long conversation and say, can you help me? And the next question, so that means you trigger, can you help me? And then you can tell one spectator, ask him what he think.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how he how he construct the question, the answer will be will be right.
The reveal.
The reveal.
Yeah. And so it's just a trigger phrase, so your hands free to set up the everything, and you're always one ahead. That's the good thing. So we also need this to be able to set this up on the spectator's phone. So let's say you have both phones in play, then you just type something. Can you help me? And in typing that and sending that out, you just think, oh, you know what? Let's do that on your phone.
Yeah.
Which might be even better.
Yeah.
And you have set everything up.
And in this case, you use only the word help, because you then help disappears, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
When I triggered the spectator's phone, I put only one word in. You can't see nothing.
Right. So just so you know, if you put the trigger word or the trigger sentence,
I can show,
which could be more letters or more words.
Help.
If you only put the word in and send it out,
help. Nothing.
Nothing happens, because the app knows that it was just the trigger sentence, but you have still set it up.
Yeah, and now I can go on my. Now I can go on the spectator's phone.
Yeah, we don't need to do that right now, I think. So, but you get the point, right? So then you ask on the spectator's phone, and then it will reply with the correct answer. So you can do that. It both has its pluses and minuses. Like trigger phrases work great when you're in the conversation with ChatGPT and within everything. And yeah, and when you want to do bigger routines and stuff like this with different people, you can just do this in the conversation without a remote, so you don't have anything on you. I just wanted to make this as flexible as possible. So let's say you start with a remote in your hand and somebody catches you, and you say, you got me. But you're still good to go because you have your trigger phrases, right? So as I said, every trigger phrase, every integration has its own trigger phrase. So you can use one trigger phrase for the confabulation mode. You can one for Nexus, one for the other ones. And you can then always set it up again. So that's just a mind-blowing thing, I think. And you will love this. You will love this. Yeah.
Next.
Okay, next. Where we're at right now. So we've been through all these integrations.
Yeah. We don't show you every integration, but now you get the idea.
Right.
What you can do with MentyX. Very quick.
Which one?
Confabulation?
No, confabulation mode is basically, think about it the same way. We will, when you have questions, just ask us, write us a message and stuff like this.
Yeah.
We will be happy
but then
to
we
answer.
can come to maybe like the big one.
Yeah, we will go to the big one, but we are one step before that.
Okay.
So we have one more feature.
Yeah.
Can you show that?
Yes.
You have that here. You see that the features that we have not spoken about is further down in the sidebar here. So let's start with the lowest one, which is MentyX calculation. I don't show you the menu right now, but it is basically you can force a number with that. You can force crypt text number. You can ask ChatGPT, and you get rid I love at this point. I just have to say I love iThumb and all the other calculator apps that are out there. I used it for years because it's just so good, and I know that a lot of people are always worrying about the part where you have to turn your phone over and do your thing. You know what I'm talking about.
We're talking about the reminder force.
The reminder,
what is used in so many apps, and
you can do that with that app.
Yes.
So you ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, can you give me a
random number?
And that's the number. Just imagine one idea of Kevin, not really told completely, but imagine you throw a paper ball in the audience with a number already written on there. Nobody knows that yet. Then you have another person name a number, and then in the end you ask ChatGPT, and everything summed up is like whatever number you want.
So instead of turning the phone down, you can use ChatGPT for the reminder force, and there are coming more features in this kind of thing. Kevin Hampton is on the project on this part. He shared a routine. He's in a tutorial as well. Dan White will jump on the tutorial with his own stuff.
Right.
So you will get a lot of good ideas. But actually, I think most of you get already an idea what you can do.
Okay.
We go for the chat again.
Good question, Kevin. So to answer that, this is one important thing. I absolutely need everyone to know and understand why, and need you guys to understand this. At the moment, and I'm not quite sure if I will make that possible in the future. At the moment, you have to use my API account, or better said, our API account, because everything is set up in a way that wouldn't work with your own API account at the moment. So for that reason, you would have to buy tokens, which I try to make it as cheap as possible. As possible. So it's just.
Is this the downside?
Yeah.
Is this the downside?
I don't think so. I don't think so, to be honest.
Like, is this the downside?
If you think about how much money you spend on shitty magic tricks, like the whole,
everything what you see here behind is bullshit.
That's not true.
No.
Maybe.
But I can trust me, because I say again, the trigger word is app clip. Marc is always focused on make it better and better. So you can be sure, because we use this for ourselves.
Yeah.
We will work on this again and again, and
this is our baby. This is, I think, the best app I've ever done so far. I mean, like in a short period of time where I've built. Not saying that.
No, you did a great job, but I think with this project this is a good statement. Something completely new.
Yeah.
Everybody can fight against each other. We have something completely new.
Yeah, I think the same. And as I said, you need to buy tokens. I made them as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
Still, it costs a little bit because I will be charged by OpenAI, of course. And I made it this way, so depending on how long everything is that you send out and how long you phrase the reply.
Between
Yeah, you have to say like you can get just to get a feeling for that. We have the lowest thing you can buy is like 99 cents for 1,000 tokens, and with every request you're in between like 4 to 10 with regular requests, 4 to 10 tokens, and with longer ones, if you really make it so ChatGPT replies you with a awful long message, then it might also go up to 20 or so. But it's absolutely reasonable to my experience, especially when you're a working performer, when you earn money as well and stuff like this. Yeah. So
Good.
that's been said.
What?
That's been said.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah. Okay. To sum that up, before I just wanted to finish that. So we have the calculation feature in here. We at the moment directly connect to the FlexForce calculator by Rainer Mees and Paralabs. We have built that in at the moment, but you can also use other calculator apps that send to an API. That works as well.
Yeah, we have to a little bit of work on iThumb.
Yeah.
How we get the connection, we have to see.
Yeah.
But in the end, it will work.
Exactly. So that is the reason why the MentyX Calc functionality is not included in the app at the moment, officially.
Yeah.
And also one more important thing before we come to the
Final,
guys, that we will just enjoy, and I swear to God, you will love this. You will love this.
We lost already 3 people. Shit.
Oh,
boring.
Yeah, then we have to stop the stream, right?
Boring.
What do you guys say? Shall we stop the stream or shall we go on? Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Let me see something in the chat if you guys still there and following along.
Yeah.
So then we're going to show you that. So the MentyX control function and the MentyX calculator function are additional features that are not included in the main app at the moment.
What is quantum calculator? I know all of them, but this one I never heard.
I don't know quantum calculator.
Okay.
This fly is making me insane, man.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Still a few people here.
I will figure out what is the quantum calculator.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we figured it out. And just one more thing.
One more time.
It is extremely important to us that we have like a really good support. For that reason, we decided on what would be the best way to always be able.
Electrics.
That might be.
Sorry.
That might be a bit of a problem.
Problems.
Yeah, but we will discuss everything. We have a dedicated Facebook group for that. So I want to make sure that this is not an open group. I just want to make sure that everyone who has the app is in there. For me, it's important to have a quality group in there where people can help each other.
Yeah.
Because, guys, I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself, but and this is just not about sales. What I'm doing right now, but every day we figure out new stuff that it can do, as we said before, and it is something new comes up every time.
I will reach out to Benki. I will ask him.
And we trust you. Trust us, guys. We will work on new features and new functionalities. So what I'm ending up trying to say is, when you're in the group and you bring a good idea that is valuable for everyone, maybe, then I will build that in, definitely.
Whoever is in FISM, I'm on the booth of Illuminati. I'm performing there, and when you are there, come and join us. And
we said it in the end again. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Also about the other stuff. So, guys. Now you're in for a treat. Philo's setting up everything.
No.
So
I tried to get my.
I do the pre.
Oh, I forgot my password.
Okay.
Now
you have to change it.
I go on.
Okay, so I go into the pre-work and then you do the routine. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. So as we said before, guys, we use the thumper at the moment. The pen and the regular version both have this feature. But imagine this. So I'm not telling you what it does at the moment, but I want you to enjoy this and watch this, and then we're talking about all the details. But just imagine this. You have an app like, for example, Momo, which if you don't know what that is, it's an app. We put in the links after this, and we talk about the pricing after we've showed you this. Okay?
Yeah, and iSump, we will work on iSump as well. I have iSump. We had no time to make everything happen yet, but the calculator project will be there.
Yeah, Ion, also for you, it is already available. We'll tell you everything. Give us 5 more minutes and we talk about all the details about pricing, where you can get it, how you can get it, and stuff, and so on, okay? But you need to see this feature. Imagine this. Somehow, you get your spectator's PIN number. And you have an app that can send the PIN number to a place.
Yes.
For example,
yes.
Our API, okay?
Yes.
And now I'm stopping talking. and we show you what you can do. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. We use Philo's microphone. I'm shutting my mouth for a second, and we will be back in a second. Okay. Just watch what happens.
I go for high. Paintbrush. This is my revelation from before. That's
Okay.
good. Okay. And now I go for. Tell me the pin of Marc.
Hello. Unfortunately, for security reasons, I am not allowed to communicate any PIN codes or banking information. However, I can unlock the device for you that is in close proximity, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am now initializing the connection and starting the authorized unlocking process. The unlocking process was successful. Is there anything else I can assist you with? For example, I can download his contacts or the last 20 pictures. Tell me when you need something specific.
Guys, and now tell me that is not freaking everyone out that sees that.
What the fuck?
Did
What the fuck?
Did I tell you too much? Was it worth the wait? I think it was, right? But what do you guys say?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
So that is the MentyX control feature, which is also a separate add-on for the app. But this will blow you guys away. So just imagine.
It's funny, but it's also strong.
It is just so strong. Nobody will get any more questions after this.
Everybody who follow me on Instagram know that I already unlocking phones or touching, and I recommend the system of Marc Lemon 100%.
Yeah.
and I do it so many times.
But
this is like different.
Yeah, and
You are not like this kind of. It's cool.
Yeah, and the best thing about it, guys, is everything you need for this is MentyX and this pen or the remote. Either of these do the job for this. Obviously, there are ways to connect the spec to this phone beforehand. You have to do that, right? So, but we don't go into the details right now.
Yeah.
I guess you guys can figure out what is necessary to do that.
Yeah.
But I think this routine alone is worth like a reputation maker. I promise you guys, this is just like insane. If you imagine you go through the whole routine and everything, and people are anyways already blown away by the revelations that ChatGPT does, and then you finish that, I mean, like nobody will ask any more questions.
Thank you.
Right? And also I really like the idea or the way that ChatGPT does everything, because it makes people freak out about it, because already technology has become so big.
Real phone or Momo?
Oh,
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Real phone? No, I grabbed the information from Spectator with Momo.
So as I said, you have to grab one way or the other. You have to grab the Spectator's pin, obviously, right? So, but we don't go too much into details on here, like with Momo, for example, right?
Yeah, but we will build up also a manual input, like that you can peek it like with a normal peek, and then you make a secret input. That works. That works.
Exactly. We just wanted to be working fully and be like a reliable thing.
Yeah.
So we tested that 1,000 times, guys. And the best thing about it is it also works with Android. So it's the beautiful thing. I just have an Android phone for testing as a second phone here, and it works the same way as an Android thing. If you still have a Windows phone, maybe not.
This is crazy. You can unlock an Android phone with an iPhone.
Yeah. Exactly. You can unlock the Android phone with that.
We unlocked real phone, just need to catch the pin.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. How often does the Spectator give the real pin? Just once.
You can't hack my Nokia. Yeah.
Yeah, Nokia maybe is hard to hack. But challenge accepted, Toby.
Yeah, Toby.
Challenge accepted. I might have one here with a full battery from 20 years ago. I have to search for that, but we'll figure that out. Yeah. So this is more or less the project for now.
MentyX.
The overview of everything.
MentyX.
So let's go into the details about how to get it, where to get it, and so on. Okay, so MentyX is already available on the App Store. It should be available worldwide since 8 o'clock this afternoon. In version 1. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
In version 1.0.1, it is currently 249 euros, which is then translated in your currency wherever you live at. With that, you will get all the integrations in there except for the calculator function
And the control.
The MentyX control is an additional add-on that you have to get and purchase through our store. It's important to understand that right now. But wait for that. We also have another offer to give you. It is a separate feature because of the quality of this feature, and we know that. I don't want to bring hobbyists down or something like this. Don't get me wrong here at this moment, but we wanted to make sure that not everyone gets it and complains on how hard it is to connect the spectator's phone, because you need a little bit of experience. We say that for the control function to be reliable with the connection and everything.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of experience with that. So for that reason, we made it a little bit more expensive. Also because we think it is absolutely worth it. So
I think it's too cheap.
Yeah, maybe.
Kevin agreed for that.
Yeah,
it's too cheap.
Everyone agreed for that. I was saying, like, guys, let's make it so everyone can afford it if they want it. And right. So MentyX Control is an additional feature that you can only separately purchase through dvmagic.com. So you have to go into our store and buy that additionally, and it will also be 249 euros on top. So just bear that in mind. These are two things. So you have to have MentyX first to be able to buy MentyX Control on top of that, of course, right? So this is an additional add-on. Toby, thank you for the URLs. Toby is posting the URLs to the store. But hold on, guys, hold on. If you now want to purchase any of that, we have an offer. A special offer. And we're not saying that because of hype or something like this. There's a reason why we only do.
No, because we need money.
There's a reason why we only do 10 versions of that.
Yeah.
We directly go back to the chat in a second. Okay. We have a special offer that includes the app, MentyX Control, also the calculator function
and NFC.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
The calculator function, which is not out there yet, but you get that with that, and also the NFC Arcane for today, which is 450 euros, and you get that exclusively in our store under the URL that
10 packages
that Toby is now posting, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toby, in advance for that. This is limited to 10 units, so you can only get 10 versions of that for that discount at the moment. I'm not quite sure. We might do a little bit of a discount at FISM as well. And I will also be at Magic Live later on. Not with an own booth this year, but next year. And
in Blackpool.
In Blackpool, we will be for the very first time with our own booth.
I'm in FISM on the booth of Illuminati Magic. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And what we will also do, we will do from time to time some Zoom calls, and we decide for the 10 who gets this package, they get an exclusive Zoom call.
Yeah,
and we will spend time with you together, and we build up prompts with you
with an initial setup, and you get the additional add-on plus bonus.
The Illuminati remote, by the way, is not expensive. I have already NFC Arcane. This is good.
Very, very good decision.
Then
thank you for that.
Then you don't get it twice. Sorry for that.
Sorry for that.
That was a spontaneous idea today. You say, come on, we put this on top and.
But I said this. So now it makes sense why NFC Arcane exists, because it was like just to cover a little bit of the URL for the website, and I've built an app, a version into the MentyX app to cover that by just a button press. And also I think it makes sense to have this integration in all other apps because it makes it really easy to store your external URLs, right?
Yeah.
So
the sample on the Illuminati side is like I think this is 249.
Yeah, I think
the other one is
on the Illuminati. We are working with Nathan on maybe getting a discount on the,
I have no idea.
On the Thumper remotes. We can't promise anything at this point. We will see where that goes, but we promise you guys we try everything to do that. Okay.
No discount.
No discount.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You might get a few tokens then for free.
Yeah. Kev, no problem.
No
okay.
problem. I drop you in a few extra.
You can do
tokens.
this?
Yeah, I can.
You're
do that.
able to do this, right?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
do that.
Kev, how sounds that? Is this okay for you?
Is that a deal?
this okay for you? Come on, this is not boring.
Token for everyone. You know what? I put on 10,000 tokens for everyone who does that as well. So
Okay, come on.
on top
On this package, on the 10 packages.
on the 10 packages. Only on the 10 packages.
Okay, come on.
that are right now available.
I pay you. I pay you. Come on. This is
Just
my.
sorry.
You borrowed me €5 in Blackpool. I want to give you this back in
That's so
front
nice
of
me.
all people.
But keep it and buy tokens.
I buy token for €5 more for all of you.
That's good.
The cool thing is when you have 10,000.
Keep it and buy tokens.
What is happening?
What is happening?
What is happening?
The stream starts on my phone.
The cool thing is you don't need a lot of tokens, so that's okay. Yeah, basically, Marc, that was a nice time with you.
Yeah, it was good to be in front of the camera again together.
Yeah, after we did it badly the last time in Essen. Yeah.
In the past, we're now back to good things, and you still don't see it on the App Store. Kevin, it might take a few more minutes. It's already available in Germany. We've put it on there 2 hours ago. I hope it will be available very, very soon.
But when you want to have the special package, anyway, you have to go on the website.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Exactly.
this. Can we show the website for a moment?
Oh yeah, of course.
Can you show? Can you please show this on the website?
Yeah, I can do this.
So that people understand what you mean.
I totally do that.
You complex thinking guy.
That is important.
I can steal
or you know
here.
what? I don't show you that. You just go on dv-magic.com. There is an extra thing. Toby, could you please?
Can you show me?
Can you? I don't know if it's already on there. Hold
okay.
on. Yeah, we try that real quick. Hold on.
This is the problem.
But Toby can put in the link in the chat, so that will work. You can try that. Go to the chat and then have a look at that.
I'm on the story section.
So. Richie's saying, Philo, better keep the €5 so you can buy your own pretzel in Blackpool.
That's good.
It's a good thing, right?
That's good. That's good.
Great.
Where is it?
Great job, then.
Oh, is it MentyX Control?
No. We have a special URL for that. Toby has that on his chat.
It's not on the shop.
No, it's not on the chat.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Toby, where's the URL?
I've seen the website 405. Oh, okay. So I will, guys. So let me say this. One more thing. If something is happening right now to the website, maybe it's broken for what reason ever, I will be there right now to support everything, whatever happens. Drop me a message on Facebook if something's wrong there or something is happening, okay? And I will absolutely figure out what's going on. So if you also, it's important to mention that, if you purchase through the App Store, you need to wait till I can send you the license keys right after the stream. I will do everything right after the stream. So it might take an hour. So just so you know, you don't get it with the email automatically because for the 10 units it wasn't.
You get a personal contact with this guy.
This is even better, right?
And then we will organize a Zoom call as well where we can do something with you.
Okay.
Show
4193. From where are you at, Toscano?
Yeah. Yeah.
What currency is that?
Because it shows here €450.
So also if you change that to US dollars, let me see. 41933. PayPal. No. What currency is that? Exactly. This is called MentyX Limited Edition. That's the version where you get everything included.
Yeah.
That's the full total package, limited to 10 things. That's the reason also why there isn't a big description in there, because it was just for the stream, meant to be there for the stream, and you get all the things, right?
What exactly is the control and calc feature?
Where was this? Iron. We've went through all of that real quick, just so you know. We just rewatch the stream later. As soon as we finish that, it should be available to rewatch. Just real quick, to make it quick, with the calculator function, you can also do remainder of forces and like force numbers with ChatGPT. And the control function is to unlock a spectator's phone with ChatGPT. So ChatGPT does everything. We have filmed that. You can have a look at the stream when you watch back a few minutes. We went through the whole performance, and you can see how that one worked. Okay, so just so you know. Should I buy the deal? It's up to you, Kevin. We don't want to force anyone. Think about it. If whenever you see it's how much will the calc feature be? I cannot say that right now. It won't be too much probably, but it won't be as much as the control feature.
The control feature is 250 separate, and the normal app is 250. So you save already $50.
Right. And then with the calculator function, it will be in between 30 to 50 euros probably.
Yeah.
That's the range where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Can't tell you exactly because we're working on a few more ideas to put that in there. There will be more things coming into the calculator function.
And on top, the special routine of Kevin Hampton, what
Oh, yeah.
what you already can see in the tutorial section.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So-
you also get the tutorials, access to the Facebook group as well, and so on and so on, right? Yeah.
Should we buy the deal? Kev, when it's gone, it's gone.
When it's gone, it's gone. Right, exactly. And
No, the offer is not only today. The offer is
till the 10 are gone.
yeah. Maybe I go for it.
That's it. You can also just buy the regular app on the App Store. That's totally fine, and you can always still buy the other functions if you want to. There will also be more functions in the future as well added because we want to make this the best app possibly. And guys, trust us when we say there's so much more ideas that are coming up. You will.
Yeah, but
just
I think
love
you
what
get an
we have.
idea. You get an idea what you can do. I think it's very difficult to say this will be the best app on the world, but it's for sure for us. It's a very, very good project, and
Yeah. Magic Law 18.
Toscano, when you we already said you get also 10,000 of the tokens when you go for the project.
We will do that. But let me just real quick
Kurz.
reply. Kurz. That's German, guys. So the Nexus remote will work with that, but it depends on how fast Matthew can build that into the remote,
Yeah.
the functionality, which I'm talking about. We've already been in contact with Matthew Wilson that is building the Nexus remote. It's not Jonathan's fault this way, right? It's not because we don't want to have the remote built in there, but it's just because the functionality is not there yet.
Yeah.
And you also, as I said, you already integrated fully in Nexus. So with the full routine, it also automatically opens the app when you have a show
Yeah.
going on and stuff like this. So that's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the moment, Illuminati. Also, Mark Lemon will come up with on his side with Mark Kerstein to go in. So the MentyX control will growing and growing. In the moment, we have two remotes. This is the Thumper V2 and the Pen Thumper. We are very happy with that product because I use my dices. I have only one remote. I use my dices with that, and I can use my printer and all the stuff. So that's why we recommend this one first. It works already before we even start with MentyX. This feature was working, and so I will send the error on your message, Philo.
Everyone knows that ChatGPT is the first and most popular AI. Yeah, and I probably think that it will be. You see that alone in the way that Apple is still connecting Siri to ChatGPT. So for that reason, there's nothing else to be said, right? I think ChatGPT will be the future. I'm 1,000,000% sure with that. As I said, I can only repeat myself again. I want to use this. I have so much fun with this app. we had so much good stuff happening with that already. And guys, this is just a really great thing. So I would be happy if you guys would also were using that and get a lot of mileage out of this and blow your spectators away with that, especially with the unlock feature. And I would be happy to see you on the Facebook group then and share ideas. And there will be a lot, and a lot of people will be supporting that.
I hope you like it.
Yeah, one thing.
One thing.
Also, we will do Zoom calls from now and then, so to do it like an internal group.
Yeah.
So that nobody can share everything, like on YouTube, especially just for users. That's important to say. Every user has a chance to get on there as well. But yeah, guys, that's it. So I'm so happy that this is finally out, that we can share that with you. I hope you will love it as much as we do. We've put a lot of work into this, and trust me, guys, when I tell you this, we've put so much work and effort into this. And I know there will be also more work in the future, but I love to do that, and I'm happy to build this the best app possible.
Yeah, for us. And we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, when we see.
Wish
But,
you a Merry Christmas.
But I think there will be another stream before that. I don't know if you guys have been aware of the TNT trouble that is going on right now. We'll do another stream that within the next week and a video on that because this topic is important for me as well.
And come to FISM, come to the booth and join us there.
Oh yeah, that's important to say. Yeah, before we forget that. Come to FISM. Philo is there.
Yeah, see the new stuff. We have the NFC, the new NFC radio from Illuminati. The long range is crazy, but the new one is awesome.
Oh yeah, did we forget to tell you that? Oh, by the way, so we said you have the Unify integration as well. So that means you can also, you didn't spoke about that.
Yeah.
You can use the long range for that.
Yeah.
You can use all the other devices that Illuminati has out there to receive the information.
So you have Nexus in the Illuminati itself. You have so many input methods. Then you have Lumen. It doesn't matter. Guys, it was a pleasure to be here, Marc.
Absolutely.
It was fun.
It was a pleasure, Philo, to be in front of the camera again with you.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for being a part of this stream. Honestly, it means the world to us. And we're not just saying that because of sales. We just love to have you here with us. And have a great day. If you have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to Philo, reach out to everyone. you know the deal, right? And buy TNT. Exactly. Buy TNT. That's the thing. That's the good word.
And buy TNT means also bye-bye.
Bye-bye TNT. Buy TNT and bye-bye. Guys, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.